I think we all like to believe we be the hero in the final scene of a movie. I was thinking about the end of Titanic the other night. I love Titanic. You know that scene? The ship is gone, the water is freezing, and Jack is holding on to the edge of that wooden door. He is sacrificing his comfort, his safety, and ultimately his life so the woman he loves could stay afloat. I mean, come on, it's the ultimate picture of love. And every time we watch it, we tell ourselves, yeah, I do that. I stay in the water. But this week, I had to ask myself a really uncomfortable question. What if I'm not Jack? What if, when the water actually gets cold, my first instinct is to push everyone off the door just so I don't drown? Because that's exactly what happens next in the story of Abraham. He just did the bravest thing a person can do. He packed up his entire life, left his homeland, and finally arrived in the land he was promised. And almost immediately, a famine hits. No food, no resources. The dream he left everything for suddenly looks like a nightmare. So he panics. He runs away to Egypt, and the second he gets close to the city, fear takes over. He looks at his wife, Sarah, and realizes her beauty might make the Egyptians kill him to get to her. So he makes a deal to save his own skin. He tells her, "Tell him you're my sister." He hands her over to another man's house just to protect himself. All right. Let's talk about this. All right. True moment. I think my biggest fear it's not that I'm gonna fail. It's that when the pressure hits and the pressure becomes too much, that I'm gonna realize I'm a coward. And that's why this bothers me so much. I've done it. I've looked in a situation where someone needed me to be strong or stand up or speak out, and I just stayed quiet. And that didn't feel good. But looking back on those moments, man, it really, really hurts. Look, it's an ugly story. The great hero of faith completely failed the person he was supposed to love and protect, all because he hit a season of scarcity. And when I read that this week, I didn't feel judgmental. I just felt exposed. Because I've been there. Maybe not in ancient Egypt, but I know what it feels like to hit an emotional or mental famine. When stress hits, or when my finances get tight, or when my insecurities flare up, I change. I stop being the generous, sacrificial person I want to be. I get quiet, and I get selfish. I start treating the people closest to me like a shield to protect my own ego. I let them take the hit, so I don't have to feel the freezing water. We ask ourselves why we sabotage our relationships when things get hard. It's because scarcity makes monsters out of us if we let it. Fear tells us that there isn't enough grace, enough love, or enough safety to go around, so we have to hoard it for ourselves. Abraham failed his first test in the desert because he forgot that the same voice that called him out of Ur was capable of feeding him in the famine.
Go, boys, go!
The hardest part of the journey isn't leaving your old life. It's refusing to let your old fears dictate how you treat people when the new life gets difficult. So I'm looking at the areas in my life where the water is getting cold right now. Am I holding the door? Or am I pushing people off? Because Abraham had to face the wreckage of his panic before he could even inherit the promise. And Egypt is a long way back. To be continued.
You've arrived at your destination.